Hey guys, Huzz here bringing you another video. Now, welcome back to Viewer Spectates. So I've really enjoyed doing this series. And again, if you want to get involved, just again reminding people how to do it right now, there's only technically one way. But let's actually do something for fun. I'll explain. I'm going to give away a slot in this video. I'll explain how to do that in a second. But the only technical way right now to get in officially is if you come to the Twitch channel, do 10 gifted subs, you'll be added to the list. Right now, there's like 7 people on the list. We're only ever having a maximum of 10, and some people may recognize this is Ace. So Ace has had one of these before, like a month or two ago. So this is going to be a cool thing that we get to see if there's any improvement. Now, the difference I would say with this game and that game, last game he played Nautilus, and there was quite a few things we mentioned. This game he's playing Vel'Koz. Now, the reason he's playing Vel'Koz, he said to me, was he kind of thought, like, with Samira being more melee-centric, I can kind of stay back. I also hopefully can hit my E on her when she's ulting, and I might be able to cancel that. So that was the mentality behind it. I do think he's predominantly more of like a Nautilus kind of tank support player. But Vel'Koz is always a cool champion to see. As for supports who are mages, etc., Vel'Koz I don't mind. You know, I remember when Lux was obviously really big in support. I actually prefer Vel'Koz to Lux. Yes, Lux has got her shield, but she used to be, they did change the champion. She used to be mid lane scaling. Vel'Koz is technically mid lane scaling as well, but he's got true damage. So it's actually technically, he does damage even without items, and that is a nice thing for a support. Anyway, let's go back on how you guys can win a slot. Nice cancel queue there. How can you guys win a slot in this series? Nice autos. I like to see that. All you've got to do, if you want to win a slot in this series, that I'll watch one of your games, all you've got to do is, one, make sure that you're on a Riot-based server that I can get your replay. So if you play on China or even Korea, like, it's going to be hard for me to get your replay. If I can make an account on your server, I can get your replay. And what you're going to do is be a subscriber, like this video, and comment down below, why should I give you a watch? Like, again, genuine, like, kind of go, this is why you should watch me. Are you trying to hit a new rank? Do you have an interesting play style? Why should I do a watch review? And, like, do you need a lot of help? Are you new to the game? I will say it has to be a ranked game. Like, that is one thing. It has to be a solo queue game, and not flex even. It has to be solo queue because that's the primary queue. And yeah, that's about it. So make sure, obviously, in your comment, you leave your summoner name. And what I'll do, whoever wins in the next couple days, I'll look at their match history. And because there's, you know, when the Twitch audience is doing it, there's kind of a back and forth communication about what game they want me to watch. Probably won't have that luxury, just randomly picking the winner. So I will just look at your match history and kind of go, let's watch that game. And then you'll probably one day just be kind of browsing the subscriber feed and be like, wait a minute, Huzz is doing a viewer spectate on a champion that I played. Is it me? And lo and behold, it might be you. I will comment, by the way, who wins it. So I will reply to your comment going, hey, you've been selected. Look out for your game in the next week or two. So yeah, just to say that. Yeah, feel free to enter. So one thing I do like, by the way, about also the decision making of the Severe and the Vel'Koz so far, it is that reason of what Ace said himself. She is very melee orientated, is Samira. Very good poke and harassed by Severe. Obviously, her wave clear and her poke is just so good right now. And Vel'Koz is incredibly good at poking, harassing from range. So it's actually quite a nice lane. Now, the only thing that I will say they're going to struggle with, and we'll see if it becomes true, and what rating... This is a bronze game, if I'm not mistaken. So this is bronze EUS. I think bronze 1. So again, I love doing these viewer spectates, and I've said it for a while now. Or the close queue. I've said for a while now, I love doing these viewer spectates because, you know, the main account right now is nearing 150 LP master in the US. The average viewer who watches me, that rating is a little bit out of reach. But doing, and you know, some things that I'm doing in those games aren't completely translatable. Not all of it is not translatable to more average ranks. So doing viewer spectate is what my hope is to show you games that you guys who are watching can see. You can see your own games in this content, whether, you know, you're watching in your bronze. We've done episodes of people being in gold. We even have done episodes of people being in diamond. But I just genuinely think it's really nice to do content that hopefully the viewers can kind of see themselves in a little bit more. But so far, oh, dude. Meg X Nia Unleashed with 10 gifty subbies. Thank you so much. That actually brings us back over the happy number. Then that's very, very kind. Thank you very much. Holy moly. Thank you. Oh, that's very kind. But yeah, we are, by the way, seeing in this lane phase so far. Let's give, again, this is a bit of an educational. Yes, Meg. So Meg is just, well, there's 10 gifty subbies. Meg has just been added to the viewer spectate list. Hell yeah, Meg. So that is one slot gone, but I guess Meg will kind of take technically Ace's spot. Is your summoner name the same as your Twitch name, Meg? Just so I can clarify. And then what server, just so I all know that information. And as when it comes, when you're on the list, by the way, if there is a game that you finish and you're like, dude, I want Huz to watch one of that games. And again, not necessarily games you stomp in, by the way. It can be a close game. It can even be a loss if you wanted. The whole point of this is me to point out things that could improve or anything. So one thing I'll say, and also just to say what things you're doing right. So what is Ace doing right this game? He is looking actively to harass. That is literally his job. You do not want to have something like a Vel'Koz just sitting in a bush as a bush Wookiee, not harassing. He's actively looking to harass. You know, he might not be hitting everything. He's hitting a decent amount of it. And the point is, the more you're constantly doing it, the more the enemy team is going to feel under pressure. And that's a good thing. You do not want them to be comfortable. The problem, as I was kind of leading on to before, is if the Morgana and Samira get on top of this lane, if they get on top of Severe, if they get on top of Vel'Koz, nice combo there, they potentially will struggle and just die. So you've got to constantly keep that safety net of keep them away. Also worth knowing, and here comes, oh, nice kill. Shaco in the jungle. They do get bound, unfortunately, does Ace. Can he flash? He will. Good exhaust as well to limit the damage. Good Q. Really nice Q. Severe. One more auto. Really nice play. Does decent damage. Enemy team obviously is quite low at the beginning of the fight. Kev, I was going to say Shaco is probably still about, and yeah, will go down. Honestly, I don't blame Ace for dying too much there. Again, it's very likely Shaco was going to return for that play, go for a backstab, and that's exactly what happened. But honestly, if I was Ace, even dying in that situation, I know he'd probably be annoyed with himself, but honestly, that's kind of okay. The fact that they turned a 3v2 situation into a two kills for them, 1 kill for the enemy team, that is, sometimes people need to just appreciate that was overall a good thing. And that's fine. That's really good. What did Meg say? It's up to you, Meg. So Meg just said, do you want your main account and your second account? Whatever account you want me to watch is completely fine. Obviously, if you're just smurfing in low rating and you're just going to stomp, how educational, how much is that going to help you as a player? That's one thing I will say. So I'd say most of the time, I just say main accounts. Unless your second account is basically in your main account's rating, then yeah. So far, so good in bot lane. Nearing double farm is the Severe right now. And again, that is also thanks to Ace harassing really nicely, which is good. Bam, bam. Hey, nice Vigil. Vigil says, if you promote to gold today, you'll try send your winning game with 10 subs so you can roast me. I'm not here to roast people. That is one thing I do want to make very clear. This content is not about it's not about making fun of, oh, this people in bronze are playing in this way. Hell no. Like, we all start somewhere. Just reminding people, because everybody goes like, oh, I'm so far away from being high rating. That's true. But and there's Shaco, they can see him. They can see him. Have they spotted it? Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. Can we hit some spells? The back one's the real Shaco, and unfortunately Severe goes down. I think Ace saw Shaco, and I actually think the Severe didn't. So again, not much you can do in that situation when somebody just isn't paying attention, but that's fine. Not on Ace, that play at all. But just reminding everybody, and yes, it is a long time ago, Season 1, I played 6 games of Ranked. I lost all 6 games. Season 2, I was a Silver player, and Season 3, I was a Diamond 1 player. You can improve. You can get better. Your main is in gold 4 on the main and somewhere in silver on the second account. That's pretty close. Like, yeah, either account, whatever account you play on Meg and you're like, oh, that game would simply be good. Either account, just let me know. All right, so, I would have, again, if I was Ace, I don't know if typing was going on or something there. Because, again, just standing still lets a Silas free E on you. I wouldn't do that. And yeah, that was a crazy improvement in one season, and I can kind of account it to one main thing. So basically, how did I go from being a silver player, which, to be fair, I was one win away from gold, and I just never got into gold in Season 2. But basically, in Season 1 and 2, I was a World of Warcraft player, played League of Legends very casually, and then my guild fell apart, my guild fell apart between season 2 and season 3. So then League of Legends actually became my main game. So that is the mentality of, you know, I was a silver, nearly gold player in season 2, and then, oh, League's my main game now. Bam, I'm Diamond 1 because I didn't play WoW anymore, right? So that was kind of it. And yeah, so Little Big Mouth just said, which is a point that I would say, when you're doing Dragon, or again, goes with most things, when you're an immobile champion, you make yourself even more immobile if you don't actively move. Like right now, look at Ace in lane. He is moving around in lane as you should. Why do you do that? Make yourself less predictable. The more you move about, the more you're just kind of weaving. It more mucks up just a random Morgana bind. It more mucks up if Shaco just randomly ganked. If you're just standing still, it's very easy for them to get that. Same thing with Dragon. Don't just stand still on it. You know, especially as a spellcaster where your autos aren't that good on a Dragon, weave and move and just kind of be more unpredictable so something like a Sylas can't free route you. 100% keep that movement going. So that is definitely one thing so far we can say to Ace, definitely improve on that, is just that Dragon play, make sure there's that mobility, make sure there's moving around. Other than that, so far, nothing too bad is going on. Again, forces out the E, which is not bad. I would ult. He has ult up. That Morgana is very killable right now. Like, so that's another thing. I think we said this in the Nautilus game that we watched Ace, is sometimes Ace is a bit hesitant to pull the trigger of go for that play. I think that we said that in the Naut game. And that is a little bit here as well, that when that Morgana is next to tower 0 health, or Samira has already used her W and she's now really vulnerable, I would just, if the moment, like, bam, ult. There we go. There's the ult. Needs to move it a bit quicker, but that's fine. That was a bit better, and that is the moments that we're kind of looking for. Because obviously, the first play was where the kill potential would have been higher, because she just used W, then she wouldn't have had it again. But that time she had W available. So as unfortunate it is, no kill, but still not bad. Again, remember, not everything is about kills. It's about pressure. And the one thing that I would say Ace is doing well this game is he is definitely applying pressure. The farm difference is literally half farm. And yes, Severe, I will say if you're an AD carry player that struggles with farming, play Severe right now. You can basically just press Q and W, auto attack the wave, and you'll practically get all 6 minions every single wave. So worth knowing that. But also, the Vel'Koz stopping the Samira being in that slower, you know, melee range, or shorter melee range, is definitely a big reason why there's such a big farm difference, which is good. So, yeah. My whole chat is doing my Huzzy noted emote right now. They are taking notes of what we're saying. So, yeah. God damn it. But so far, so good. Okay, so here's the thing. Pause. You've just killed this tower. Why are you going back bot lane? So this is something that I very much see 100% more in lower ranks, and it's fine, because in the lower ranks people want to be more comfortable. And where are they comfortable? Hey, I queued up as support, they queued up as AD carry, that's bot lane, we're gonna stay in bot lane. After you've killed the tower, especially before, again, it's 30 seconds till 40 minutes, so you're probably not going to get other tower plays, but when you've killed the tower, practically your job is kind of achieved. And the AD carry is always going to be the best pretty much champion in the game at killing towers. Don't go back here. What you literally should be doing is either going mid and then you send Swain bot lane, or you go top and send Gangplank bot lane. This game would actually go top. I would send Gangplank bot because, again, he's melee, he's against a Teemo. So when you're Severe Vel'Koz, you go top, you completely get rid of the range advantage that Teemo's got. You then can slowly, in a 2v1, start hammering down that tower, while then Gangplank can start free farming in bot lane. I would probably change. Yeah, I've got that Meg. I will add it to the list. Hell yeah. So that is one thing I will say. And again, it's not all on Ace. You know, technically bot lane's a 50-50, but he's following his Severe back. If there was any call, like this is where I would say, you know, if right now, if I'm playing support, I'd be pinging my AD carry going, why are we going bot lane, dude? Good dodge, but, you know, again, go aggressive. Again, just hammer the damage. Oh, Shaco is here. Okay, fair enough. Flash. Oh, there is a lot of people. Okay, don't flash. Do not flash. Hold your flash. Okay, hold your flash. Yeah, that was 4 people bot lane. Unfortunate for blue team, but they did get caught out a bit there. There was a moment that I think they could have done an instant burst. If Ace, again, I can see he's got ultimate up now. I don't know if he had ultimate up the exact time, There was... Oh, the shield was so close. There was a moment that they could have probably blitzed the Morgana and her to just go pop instantly. It was a very slim moment, but they did exist. And yeah, unfortunate death has occurred. Swain, ghosting, gets his E. Spell shield does go down. So that is a big play that's not gone well for blue team. As for the comps, etc., if we talk about that just for a moment, this would be one of these games that I'd be pretty confident about winning. I'd be pretty confident about winning this game later if you're basing it purely on comp. Again, player is more important than comp and champion. The players need to make sure they're doing things correctly. But based on this, yes, they've got some strong champions. Their team fight does seem to fall off a bit more. They basically have Morgana Samira for a great team fight, but Shaco will fall off in a team fight, technically. Teemo, not the best in team fights, unless he has a whole mushroom field down, which a lot of the time is unlikely. He's not the best in team fights. Silas is situational in team fights, but if you compare it to Gangplank, team fight, Swain, team fight, Severe, insane team fight, and even Vel'Koz, pretty good in a team fight. Risky positioning, has to be said. Does get caught, does ace, did have risky positioning, hits a nice E, then go for that. That's what I like to see. That's better. There is Shaco about. Be careful, be careful, be careful. There's the Shiv, does go down, but hits another Q, gives Severe the kill. Where is anybody to help the Severe out? Oh, Shaco. Unfortunately, Swain doesn't help, or doesn't come over, which is a shame. I will say the Swain at the moment is 1-4. And not in just a low rating thing, a League of Legends solo queue thing. When you're 1-4, sometimes you kind of just tunnel in and you kind of go, this game's going bad. I'm just going to stay mid lane and kill minions and kill my tower and kind of ignore everything that's going on. Because if I go help them, I'll probably be 1-5. So that's probably what happened to that Swain. He's just been a little bit more like, stop dying. Yeah, again, not bad. What I liked from Ace there, as a positive, is so far this game, he's been, once again, hesitant to just go for that big boom. That was a lot quicker. That was, oh, we're being engaged on. I can turn this around and just go for that ult. That was better. So the dragon is being done, by the way. Wards, can we get any steal? Oh, not bad. It was quite close, but obviously their Shaco always had advantage to kill that. So they've got vision here. Swain should know this. He knew it very late. Does flash, does survive. Can they do anything here? Gets the E into the kill. Nice Q, nice knock up into the kill. Very nice. Nice. What I liked from Ace there is he was patient. He let them walk this way because if he showed, he probably would have got killed. He didn't have flash at the time. And then returns like, I'll come in after them. So that was nice. I like that. Jungle v jungle fight. Silas has Volleybet ulted. Ace is on his way, though, which is good. Good positioning. Again, this is good. Getting involved. You know, again, Severe's in bot lane right now. She pretty much shouldn't be in bot lane anymore. Teemo is here. I wouldn't just walk into a Teemo. That's kind of one of his strengths. Rift Herald is maybe what I would do at this stage. You've just killed a couple enemy team. Ping the Rift Herald. Can they? I don't know if they'll kill Teemo unless, like, he randomly wants to fight them, because again, you don't know where the mushrooms are, and in theory there should be a decent amount. There's one. Volibear walked in the enemy jungle, got bound, but I think he just flashed to safety. That was a moment there that, again, just do the Rift Herald. You get advantage. You've killed a few of the enemy team. Do the Rift Herald. So they're doing it now, which people are like, oh, look, they're doing it now. They are, but they're doing it a bit late. So Samira versus, yeah, you don't really want your Severe to be 1v1ing a Samira. Like, usually the Samira will do well there. But yeah, they should still get Rift Herald, which is good. They should have done it earlier, because again, Shaco is in the area. We know he's in the area. There's always a risk when he's in the area. He's here. Careful. So yeah, he stopped. But they do get the Rift, which is always a good thing. What can they do with it, though? Random blue buff start. Fight happening. So again, this is a big fight happening in mid. Swain gets the kill with Leandri. Late ulti. And that will be the end of that. 1-for-1 so far. They do... There's tower down in bot lane too. So again, a little bit, what I would say is the game feels a bit disjointed at the moment. You've got different things going on at different places. Where, again, one thing I'd like, obviously, Ace to, well, kind of sometimes know is... he's very good at the moment in the group. because again, the Shaco, who's pretty strong, Ace might be a target for Shaco, but if he stays far back, he should be kind of okay. But when Shaco goes on somebody, Ace is actually one of those kind of characters that's really good at just blasting the Shaco with a massive laser beam, and that should kind of stop him in his track. So again, has laser ult. Come on. Okay, does the ult. Didn't need it in the end, but that's what better than we wanted. Shaco, so again, think, where's the Shaco going to be? He's going to be on the target that got bound. That's the thing. He's always going to go on the target that's been hit by the Morgana. Can we land a bit of a Q? No, we can't. Hello. Does get the kill with his passive. Nice. So that's a good shutdown. Can we do anything here? Nice barrel. Has to be very careful. She's got ult available. Oh, God. Oh, not bad. Oh, good Q. Very nice. So again, this game that I said, it does feel a bit disjointed. A big team fight's happening. We've had Severe now, the team fight AD carry, not come to mid. So far, we've had some two big fights that Swain hasn't come to one of them, and now Severe's not coming to one of them. It is a bit weird. Again, one thing I would just say, not directly to Ace, but just as an educational point as a whole, know the champion you're playing and the strengths of what that champion does. If you're playing a team fighting champion, team fight. If you're playing a 1v1 duelist, split push. Do what makes your champion strong. And Severe is the teamfight AD carry right now. Swain is one of the teamfight mid laners right now. Do those things. Don't avoid those things. So yeah, that is one thing, you know, I have noticed already a bit in this game that people aren't typically doing those strengths. Gangplank, again, he's good at grouping, but honestly, the later the game goes, Gangplank can easily kill a Teemo in a 1v1. And then Gangplank split push actually isn't bad either. So I would be very careful right now of a Shaco flank. If I was Ace, I would be careful because you are very, I would say, with how fed that Shaco is, you are one-shottable. And there's the Shaco, and there's the one-shot. So yeah, you are very one-shottable. I think there wasn't enough, like, again, urgency of, oh, I could just get one-shot any moment here. But again, this isn't too bad. The Teemo's flashed on the Severe, which I have no idea why. And they, again, the fight actually ends okay. 4 people die on the enemy team versus 2. So overall, it's not bad. One of the benefits, and I will say, you don't really want to... I take this as a good thing, but if a fed Shaco is focusing the support, because yes, he can one-shot you if you're the support, well, that means he's not focusing your AD carry, he's not focusing your mid laner, you are a support in the end of the day. So it's not... Sometimes it's frustrating, but sometimes see it as overall a good thing. Like that situation there. Overall, we actually won the fight. We also got a dragon. Yeah, I didn't really do anything. I kind of got one shot, but it's not the worst thing in the world. What I would say, though, is, you know, you was hearing me say it before the fight even happened. I've never watched this game, was Shaco's about to kill Ace. Because, again, it's the positioning really overextended. You don't at the moment have a kind of big deterrent to the Shaco. Even holding a stopwatch would be something that would make the Shaco think twice about going on you. And then whenever you build the deterrent, because obviously Ace is building, what by the looks of it, Zhonya right now. The moment you buy Zhonya, it's going to potentially make Shaco go, oh, I shouldn't focus Vel'Koz anymore. So what does that do for you as Vel'Koz? So right now, you can be the distraction of being over-positioned. Shaco goes on me, but we win the fight. The moment that you get Zhonyas, you might not even need to use Zhonyas if you're positioning correctly. So the moment that you get Zhonyas, I would then not be in the middle of a kind of team fight. I'd actually be playing more back. And that's where, in theory, Shaco shouldn't really go for you because you can just press the Zhonya button and that kind of counters him. But if the fight happens and someone in front of you gets caught out, there's a control ward there. We all miss them occasionally. You can then use your spells over the top from that range. You can't do that as easily if you're on the fight straight away. So that's one thing I would say. All right, so one thing I would also note is I would like potentially before you go back, sometimes you're holding wards that you could be putting down. You may as well just put out the extra vision just before you go back because you never know, it might save a life. So they end up getting a couple kills here. Shaco, we don't exactly know where he is. I would be very... Oh, whoa, Gangplank scaling. I'd be very careful depending where the Shaco would end up. Especially, I would say the Severe would be in trouble. I don't know if this... Well, there's one thing of a shit... Okay, now the Gangplank, because the Gangplank is very overextended. Severe is alone, but Gangplank's overextended. Vel'Koz in the area. There's the Silas, there's the Shaco, as we kind of predicted. And unfortunately, that's just going to leave Ace pretty much to die straight away, because again, he's come over to try and help, and his team has one died, Severe's just left, and bam, I'm dead now too. So that only really happens, obviously, what I would say is, I've already said it a couple times, the game is starting to feel a bit disconnected. I would say even Ace right now is starting to feel a bit disconnected to the rest of his team. I would definitely try to be with your team a lot more, because that, again, is clearly the strength of your comp. But if you're not with each other, that's where you're going to struggle. So, like, Swain split pushing top lane isn't probably ideal. Definitely Gangplank overstayed in that situation, as we saw. But even, again, focusing on obviously helping Ace is be with your team more. Don't be too disconnected, because when was the last time? And again, it's not just Ace, by the way, they're all doing it. Severe's now died in mid lane by being by herself. Smashy with 2 gifted subs. Thank you much, Smashy. Volibear is being caught in mid lane because he's by himself. Smashy donates for Teemo. Okay, I will add it to the list after this game, I do, but thank you very much. So yeah, when was the last time we've actually seen the blue team being together? It might happen soon, but it's been a while, and it can't happen all right now because obviously Severe's dead. Volibear had to go. Well, Volibear's regenning in the jungle a bit. So that is one thing is worth knowing. I think just in this moment, the last 4 minutes or so, I don't know, the blue team has just kind of let off the gas a little bit, and they just become a little bit disconnected to each other. It's fine. Again, solo queue isn't perfect. You don't have communication. You're not playing as a full team, but sometimes you need to recognize that and go, okay, we need to group a bit again. So again, getting vision down, that's good. As I said, again, getting vision is very important. Nikolai also with a gifted sub. Thank you very much, Nikolai. Much appreciate. All right, let's see. Because it's also worth knowing, if you look at the... Oh, good here. Can we get engage off? So Ace is focusing the Samira to not try and let her do anything. Good stun by Volibear. They will end up the kill. They do also kill the Morgana who got caught. It is worth knowing what I was going to mention is right now, because of what's happened in the last couple minutes, Ace is actually down on level of the Morgana. There's the real Shaco. Big ulti over the top. That's exactly what we wanted. The back Shaco's the real one. Zonya, never mind. Severe kills everything. And they do get an ace. So that's not too bad. But yeah, why at the beginning of that fight, at least, they just did get XP. Why are you basing? What? Why is the Swain basing? Again, they're not going to end the game, I would say, right now, but he could have helped them kill the inhib even, like, quicker. But anyway. Ace basing. Confident base, obviously based in someone's own base. But it's a fine thing to do if you know you're safe. But only do it if you know you're safe. It's the worst thing in the world when you do one of those confident bases and then you die. Because it's the type of thing that, you know, when they all spawn and if they get a cheeky return kill, it could then be the start to something like Baron. Severe doing the good thing, though, of killing the dragon. Because normally when you do a big play like that, you get an inhib. It takes a lot of time, and by the time you've done all that, the enemy team respawn, and you're back at buying in base, and they get dragon. But that Severe didn't let that happen, because she was like, nope, I'm going to just do the dragon by myself. Now, once again, don't be alone right now. The weakness... Well, the strength of the enemy comp is the Shaco, who can one-shot very squishy things. You are squishy as a Vel'Koz. Don't be wandering around alone right now is what I would definitely say. And also, again, pretty much question everything. Why are they mid lane? There's no reason to be mid lane right now. If you want to push up mid and then go Baron, that's one thing. Let's see what actually happens, because there's no actual reason to be mid. You've already got the pressure of the super minions there. If you want to do not Baron, then you should put Gangplank bot lane and you will go top and you go get the tier 2. And people may say, like, why am I saying these things even in like Ace's video? Because you can make that impact. Any player can make that call of, hey guys, we should be doing this. You see it when I play support, I'm making pings. I'm saying, hey, let's go do that. Because that's what I will say, especially support. Let's be honest, support, as for a role, is a bit more chill than the carry roles. But one of the strengths of support, meanwhile, Shaco here, has he noticed? Gets the E, just ult. Doesn't matter, gets the kill anyway. That's fine. One of the strengths of support is, yes, you are the carry and you've got more spare time on your hands because you're not having to always farm. What you should be doing with that is scouting what's going on and then trying to help your team make the correct call in the right play. So that's one thing I would definitely want Ace to do a bit more, is make those calls, pings, hey, we should do this, we should do that, because you've got a bit more spare time to do that in. And AWOL's plays, and he's so much do for the 9 months of Prime. But overall, not too bad. I definitely feel the pick of Vel'Koz worked really well of what Ace wanted, of being that ranged harass into a big ulti. Oh, so close to getting a final kill there. That was really good. But yeah, honestly, not too bad. Again, I know it's Ace's not like 100% style. And even on top of that, that's really good. Like, again, did well in lane phase, like harassed well, made Samira not have an easy time. And that's exactly what you're looking for. What I would have liked to see, kind of like the Nautilus game, is just sometimes that split moment of, oh, I can just go for my big combo now. I think that's still missing a bit. Obviously, you know, not being alone in places, being with your team more, making sure you're constantly, as much as you can, be getting XP. Because, you know, I think at the end, you are ahead of the Morgana in XP. But when your team is doing well, there was a stage that Ace was level 11 and Morgana was level 12. So making sure you're constantly staying in the XP range is also a good thing too. And just finally, Retro just said in chat is, how do you tell which is the fake Shaco? A very common thing, and yeah, someone just said it in chat, a very common thing I counter to Shaco. Whenever you see a Shaco and you know he's level 6, ping the Shaco before he ults. When he then ults, the ping, the red target of the ping, stays on the real Shaco. That's a pretty common way to tell. Obviously, there are ways to tell, like based on their movement and all that stuff, but the most easy way is just ping a Shaco whenever you see them. The red target will go on the champion, and then when he ults, that red target remains. So that's like the easy way. But that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy this viewer spectate, please do throw a like on it. Again, please do enter to win a slot for this series by subscribing, liking, letting me know in the comments why should I watch your game, and make sure you leave your summon name and server also. But that's going to be it. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.
Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace. Restore our glory to live forever. Bring down the dark regime.